Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to go over how to create a new timeline cover and profile image for your Facebook page, all in our social media platform. So first you want to log into your Facebook page, and then on a separate tab log into our social media platform. Once you've put in your username and password, then it will take you to the Launchpad. Then you want to click on the second box here that says Facebook Timeline Cover and Profile Image. You'll be able to see any timeline covers that you've created in the past. If you don't have them published to your page, then they'll show up as gray. If they are published to a page of yours, it will show up underneath the page name here below. So let's create a new timeline cover. Click on the orange button. And then step 1 is to choose a theme type. These are basic templates to start out with. You're more than welcome to click on these to see what they look like. We'll go to the clean corporate look. Once you find a template or theme that you like, you just click Edit this theme. And for here, you'll see the cover here at the top, as well as the profile image box here below. Any elements that are on the actual template itself, you can hover over them and it will put a dotted green line around the element. If you click on it, that green line turns to blue and it will give you the settings to it to the right. These settings, basically you can change the actual image itself by clicking Modify, or you can click Layers and you can move the images and slide them according to how they are stacked on top of each other. If you'd like to get rid of any of the elements, you can click on the black tab with the gear, and you can also move this within the layers as well, and you can delete it here too. So we'll delete that image. So now we're left with the elements that we want to keep. We can grab any of these elements and move them around. You can also grab the corner of any of the elements and make them smaller or larger. If you'd like to bring any new elements in, you want to click on Widgets. Widgets is basically your toolbox. So here you can grab text, an image, or you can create a box of color. By clicking on text, it gives us a blank text box. You can grab the text box and move it around. And over here in the settings box is where we can change the text. Once you've typed out your text, you can highlight it, and now you can use any of the tools above to make changes to it. There are lots of font options. By scrolling down, you can see all the different fonts that we offer. And feel free to change them. And now we can change the size. And you'll notice that because this text box is only so much wide, it's bumping the second set of text down on the second row. If you grab the side of the text box and expand it, it will allow the text to go over. Now, if the text box is too wide, you won't be able to push it over past the outside of the cover image. However, you can make the text box smaller, just enough to fit the text, and then move it over as close to the side as you can get it. Now let's bring in some images. So going back over here to Widgets, we can click on Image, and this takes us to a place where we have brought in images in the past. So these are all the images that we've clicked Upload a File, pulled the image from our computer, and then it saves it here for us to use down the road. You can click on any of these images. It will allow you to preview it here, and then you can click Apply to Canvas if this is the image you'd like to use. In the profile image, which is this small box here, you really want to have your logo. This is the image that's going to show up in your post as your thumbnail. Again, we can grab the corners of things to make it fit just right. And now we want to take a white box and put it behind our logo. We'll click Widgets again and the box. The box by default is this particular size. It does have a rounded corner and it does have a very small stroke on it. Again, we have settings to it because it is highlighted here on the right. On the border, to get rid of the round corners, you change it from the 10 to 0 option. And then to get rid of the actual border thickness, you change it from 1 to 0. So now we'll just grab our box and slide it in here. Now, I want you to notice that the actual box is sitting on top of everything. We can change that two ways. We can either go to our tab and tell it to move backward, or we could have gone to layers and just simply dragged the box under the top image. Imagine these images or these elements sitting on top of each other like pieces of paper. All right, so let's bring in some more things to cover up our cover image. By clicking on Widgets, we'll grab another image and we'll apply it to the canvas. Now you'll notice large images, they do slide below this gray kind of boundary here. And it's really hard to grab the corner of it to make it smaller. If you slide it all the way to the right, you'll notice sticking out just a little bit here is the side. Once you get the little arrow pointing right, you can click and then pull it up to make it smaller. And we'll just move this here. So I'm going to show you again how to push these images back behind other elements. And we're just going to click Send Backward. One layer at a time. You can see it sliding behind different elements. And there we go. So it's sitting in between our background and this tag bar. And we can grab it and get it just right. So let's go grab another image. Now I don't see any images here that I would like to use. I can hide the actual images that I brought in and it will expand to show me the images of the public gallery. These are all different elements that you're welcome to use to create any of your tabs or cover photos. If we scroll down, you'll see there's lots of different tools to use. And I'm looking for a particular arrow. And there it is. So again, we click on it and tell it to apply to the canvas. And we can drag it, put it exactly where we want it. Now on this particular cover, we're going to promote a little contest that we're running. And if I go back to Widgets and Image, we're going to give away a gift card. I'm going to tell it to apply to the canvas. And the gift card, I want to sit up higher in this area. But the actual file itself has this transparent background that's keeping me from being able to grab it and move it up. So I'm going to show you how to fix this. So over here, under the settings, we're going to click Modify. It'll take us back to the images. You'll notice if I hover over the image that it will give me a little crosshair where I can select the portion of the image I want to use. I can adjust these to get it just right. And once it's cropped the way I want it, I can tell it to apply to canvas. And now that transparent background that was keeping me from moving it up is gone. And I may want to make this a little larger. Move it over. Now let's say we wanted some text. We just click text. Again, the text box is too big, so we'll just make it smaller so it'll fit. And now all we need is instructions on how to register to win. So we just need one more text box. Okay, so when you get your cover image exactly the way that you want it, just come up here and click Choose Fan Page. You'll then select the fan page that you want this applied to. And then you'll click Save Graphics to Fan Page. It will then add your cover and new profile image to your Facebook page. I hope this has been helpful for you, and if you have any questions at all, please let us know. Thank you so much. Have a great day.